So welcome thank you for joining this class. Let's say a word of prayer. Father, we come before you, Lord. We adore you. We respect you, King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Thank you, God, for giving us yet another opportunity to do this class. We don't take it for granted. Legal writing and drafting, part 2, November 2024, where we are going to tackle question 2 and 3. Remember my participants, Mr. Wakiaga, Stanley, and Nicole as they prepare for the exams, and also Helen, Dawn. Let them the next two to 3 weeks they are going to sit for this exam. Remember them, give them good health, stamina to prepare. We pray God for the day of the exam. Remember them, Lord. Let them get favorable questions, be able to answer them. And when the exams is out in May or June, and they have the past ready to be admitted this year, all the glory shall be yours. Remember them, bless them for making them using them as vessels to create content for my YouTube channel. Give me subscribers and views. I pray all this believing Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. So yeah, today welcome Helen. So today we are going to do question 2 and 3. This is the paper that was done recently, the last paper. And as you know, legal writing and drafting is the second most failed subject, mostly because of draftings. Drafting is a skills, and I usually urge students to do as much practice as of drafting as possible, looking at all the past papers. In fact, there are questions we have not tackled, like drafting a policy. And yeah, to look at the past papers, you draft as many areas that have been tested in the past as possible. Look at someone, you time yourself, and also look for someone to help you to be able to check the how you have draft, so that you are both, you have the content, the context, and the structure is correct according to the question, and also the timing also, because you can have the correct structure, the how to draft, but you find that one drafting you take 1 hour. So that means you in an exam scenario you will not be able to do all the question, which will make you not pass the paper. So it's very, very important when you are drafting, be able to make sure you do the correct drafting, and also the time. And that's why I usually ask the people I'm training to indicate the time they have taken, they time themselves to indicate the time they have taken to draft. And also you draft also with good handwriting. Yeah, so those are some of the things. So we are now at question 2, which I think it is projecting on your screen. Can you see it?
Yes, you are projecting, but the question is not visible. Yes, now it is visible.
Okay. So yeah, so for the theory questions, you can subscribe to my Q&A in the website, especially year 2008 to 2019. It has a lot of theory questions. Yeah, but most of the times students don't pass because of the draft. It's not the theory questions, it is the drafting. Yeah. So started the following expect from section 33 of the Political Parties Act number 11, 2021. So when you are reading a question, you are underlining the key things. That's what I said. Because in every question there is what we call the cruise, the most important part of the question. Not all the whole story is important for the exams. So that is the establishment of office of registrar is established a register of political parties which shall be a body corporate with perpetual succession and a seal which shall be capable of suing and being sued in its corporate name. 33.2. The registrar shall be deputized by 3 assistant registrars, not more than two of whom shall be of the same gender. 33.3. The office of the registrar shall be a state office in the meaning of Article 260 of the Constitution. 4. The office of registrar may engage such staff experts of consultants as necessary for the proper effective discharge of functions under this act and any other written note. The office of registrar shall be an independent and shall be subject to the direction, shall not be subject to direction of control or any other person, any other authority. So there is also 6, 7, 8. They have jumped that 7, 8. And now you go to 6. They have jumped 6, 7, and 8. No, yeah, now you go to 9. The registrar and assistant registrar shall serve for a non-renewable term of 6 years and shall not be eligible for reappointment. Since the enactment of Political Parties Act, the Office of Registrar has faced numerous challenges and has been accused of not being truly independent. So you are denying that not truly independent as enforced by the law. Truly independent is a keyword you underline. Consequently, it has been proposed that the office of the be truly independent. So there is need to establish a commission. You are denying the word commission, consisting of not more than 7 members. You are denying that. The current registrar and assistant registrar are served for a term of 4 years. It has been agreed that once the commission is established, the registrar and assistant registrar shall be deemed to have been appointed as commissioner from the day they were appointed. So that's also a very, very important information. You underline that. Additional, the staff, including expert and consultant appointed or contracted by the office, shall become staff of the commission. You underline that. Further, the office has properties, liabilities, issues certificate, and is party to numerous cases amongst other undertakings. You underline that. Draft the necessary clauses to provide for registrar, assistant registrar, staff of the office, properties, liabilities, certificate issued, and other undertakings of the office. Yeah, you underline that. Yes. So Akiaga, how did you interpret this question before even you look at your drafting?
Well, I interpreted this question as an amendment bill to the Political Parties Act, number 11 of 2011. So the main amendment here was to amend the office of the registrar into a commission. And that is actually captured. I captured it in the memorandum of objects and reasons for the purposes of it being a truly independent body.
Very good. So you have answered the question. It is an amendment to an amendment to section 33 of the establishment of office of registrar, so that you can establish a new commission. So you amend 3 ways. Remember what we said. You amend 3 ways. You amend by deleting and inserting, by deleting completely, or by inserting a new subsections. So how do you, what is the main thing here? What was the main amendment here, Nicole?
I think there was the need to establish a commission. Okay, for this question, I I didn't quite understand it, but I want to believe there's need to establish a commission
Yes.
in place of the registry that's already there.
Yes. So, yeah, this question wanted you to amend this section 33. You delete it, and then you you insert new subsections after this 33. You delete completely section 33, and then you establish a commission which is called a truly, the word is truly dependent. So yeah, so even before I told you that in legal writing and drafting questions, usually it's very good, always good to do what? To look at the current affairs. It's be good to be looking at what I have come to realize is that this question usually are asked from current affairs matter. So it's good to know the news and the newspapers. And of course, this something that was in the newspapers. It is called the Political Parties Amendment to Bill of 2024. So I want to project before I look at your answer, so that we look at how it was supposed to be done. It was an amendment that was already, it is there. Yeah. So it is an amendment that is there. You can look at Political Parties Amendment Bill number 2 of 2019. It wanted to truly do what? Establish a truly independent commission. Yeah, so I want to project it. Yeah. So I hope you can see it on your screen.
Yes.
So this is something even I read in newspapers. You know me, I'm a current affairs person. So some of these things I usually tell you is good to be a good regulating. What I have come to realize, all the questions that we have tackled, of course, even that Karangwa thing on public was also something. So this is something I read in newspaper. So I just remembered that there was something like this. The current political register of political parties, and it was complaining about this bill. It was in the newspaper. So I googled and I found, okay, this is something they picked directly from the exam. So it's good always to read newspaper and current affairs. That's what I have come to realize. And also remember, question 5 April 2022, we did inserting secretariat to the Council of Secretariat of Council of Governors in the Intergovernmental Relations Act. Question 5 April 2022. We did that. So it is almost similar with the same thing. Yeah. So this is how you start, of course. The question does not tell you the question that has not told you avoid this and that and that this and this. So how do you start? You start by the heading. So you start by the heading. And the heading is, if I can look at your answer, Wakiaga, the Political Parties Amendment Bill 2024, that's okay. Helen, political,
Mine is wrong. It was not an amendment for me.
yes, yeah, it's an amendment, yeah. So that is the first thing you do heading. If I am looking at your answer, Nicole, amendment to political parties amendment bill. So that is heading, that will earn you 1 mark. So then you go to the long title. An act of parliament to amend the Political Parties Act to establish the office of register parties as a commission and the connected purposes. Yeah, that is the second thing. That is, you must do a bill for act of parliament to amend the Political Parties Act number 20 and connected purposes. So Wakiaga, you need to say to establish a commission. What Nicole have said there. To political parties, to political parties as a commission, register of political parties a commission and connected purposes. You need to say that.
Yeah, that's right.
Then enacted by Parliament of Kenya as follows. So yeah. So heading and long title and active formula can give you 2 marks. Then you go to the short title. Yeah, short title. This act may be cited as Political Parties Amendment Act 2011. This act, I'm looking at your answer, Nicole, so that we move together. This act may be cited as Political Parties Amendment Act 2024. So you have defined terms. Yeah, Wakiaga, you have defined this act unless context otherwise. Commission means a political parties commission. Commissioners means commissioner of the commission. Staff means the staff of the commission. Properties means the properties of the commission. And liabilities means the liabilities of commission. That's okay. And this, I said in the last class that these words, we just don't define them. We must use them in the body of the amendment. So yeah, I want to see that how you have used them. Then Nicole, you have defined commission means the political party commission established under section 33 as amended. Yeah. So to that far, to that point, you can earn maybe that 3 marks because remember the main, depending on the question, even you can be given 2 marks because the main thing is in the establishing a commission. That is where the examiner is testing you. So this is why it will carry a lot of marks. So maybe that to that point, maybe half marks, you can get 2 marks. So we go now. I'm projecting the main thing. The Principal Act is amended by repealing section 33 and substituting therefore with the new sections. So that is the first thing. Remember, the question is telling you that it is establishing a true independent commission. So if you don't start with that, you have gotten the question wrong. It must repeal that section and replace with the way you see repeal and replacement of section that, the way you can see on your screen. So yeah, so that is where the crux of the matter is. So Wakiaga, from there you will not get any mark because that's how you start. Yeah, I'm looking at your answer, Nicole. The Principal Act is amended by repeating section 30 and replacing with a new section. So the Principal Act is amended as section 33 by repeating section. The Principal Act is amended as section 33 by repeating the section and replacing it with the new section 33. So that is correct. So that is very correct. What you have said, Nicole, that is very correct. So that is it. You have started well. Yeah, so you have started well. It must repeal section 33, and now you establish a new section 33. Now you establish now 33. You are 33.1. Establishment of Independent Political Parties Regulatory Commission. So in answer, we said, remember when you are, remember in our last class we said that when you're establishing a commission, these are the substantive provision of any act of parliament. So you must establish, you must give its function, you must give the commissioners their tenure of office, the qualification, their removal. Then you do for the purposes of this question, you talk about the staff and the properties and the liabilities as the question is directing you. So each of those clauses will give you one mark. So establishment of the Independent Political Parties Regulatory Commission. They establish a commission known as Independent Political Parties Regulatory Commission. The body shall be body corporate with a perpetual succession, and the seer shall be capable on its own name, acquiring, disposing, suing, and being sued, doing, performing all acts. So every question that is telling you establish a commission, that's how you establish a commission. There is no other way you establish. So Nicole, I'm looking at your answer. There shall be established a political parties which shall be a body corporate with perpetual succession and seal and capable of being sued. The commission shall be dependent. The commission shall be consist of not more than 7 members. Yeah. The person holding the office of registrar or registrar before commencement of this shall be now deemed to have be appointed as commissioners from the date they were appointed from their respective roles. Any staff and member of expert or consultant engaged in the office of the registrar. Maybe I can share for the others to see what you have written, Nicole. Yeah,
Mwalimu,
so, yes.
I have a question in regards to what I've written. You see how I've written number 1, 2, 3, and 4 continuously up to 6. I was conflicted as to whether, you see now I have a section 33, which I am introducing, and the marginal notes where I've written establishment of a commission, then transitioning of the registrar and assistant registrar. So is it okay if the first one is section 33 and then I introduce a section 33A where now I have transition of the registrar and assistant registrar. So I have that as section 33A and then I start as 1. And then where I have the transition of staff and experts and consultants, I have it as 33B and then that is 1.
Yes.
And then the 6 will be 33C.
You know, in an exam scenario, all those things, establishment functions, even if you open an act, establishment of a commission in the Kuanga section, it's on its own. Functions of the commission is on its own. Qualification of the commissioners is in its own. Removal is on its own. So you needed to, in fact, what you have done here, it's needed to end you, and of course you, that 3 you put into bracket 1, 2.
Oh, okay.
3. Unaona, it's needed to end at 3. Yeah. So transition is, you remember transition and consequential clauses. So that is a different section in a bill. You remember that?
Yeah.
You cannot put it cannot be under under establishment.
Okay.
So you mix
So that will be my
it will be
so will that
maybe
be
you are
my
33A.
section 33A?
Yeah, it will be you are
Oh,
33A.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So you are mixed.
Thank you.
So yeah, so if you the marker was marking, will mark until that you have gotten that 3, 1, 2, and 3. So 4 and 5 was supposed to be in transition, but because you have not drafted well, maybe that one you not get. Unaona?
Okay.
Then also you
Yeah.
have also mixed the all properties and issues certificate undertaking and legal proceedings of the office of registrar will be passed down to the commission. Unaona?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is it is under the transition, saving and transitions,
Yeah.
and it is in the this bill I'm showing you. So it is in the this bill we are going to reach there. So, and you have not done the memorandum and object of reasons,
Yeah.
Yeah. So most still you if I was marking you, still you could have gotten maybe you could have gotten maybe 3 marks, 3 to 4 marks. So still you have not perfected the nini drafting. You are the same thing. Of course, your section 33 is wrong, but maybe because of memorandum and objects, is the principal objects of the bill is to amend political parties number 11 of to seek a commission or to assure independence as savage in the law dated 21 Stanley Wakiaga, member of parliament. So you could have been given maybe 1 mark because of memorandum and object of reason. So both of you, maybe you could have gotten 4 marks. Yeah.
Yes.
So we continue from where we were. Political parties. You see how it is done. So on your screen, you have established the political parties regulatory commission. So you are that 3A. Now this is where you become you must become very creative. Functions of the commission. Remember that one you have not been given in the exams. So you say the commission is responsible for that 3A registration of political parties and office holder, the management of political parties fund established by under the act. So that is enough for purposes of exams, because as a law student, you know that the function of the commission of the political parties is to register political parties and to manage political parties fund. So for purposes of exams, that was enough, and you get your mark, 1 mark. Remember, time is a factor also. I'm going to share this after the class. You see in details. So you come to that 3B. Remember, I've said when every time you are told to establish a commission, you start with establishing a commission, functions, membership of the commission. So that 3B, the commission shall comprise of 5 members nominated accordance with subsection B and appointed by the president with approval of parliament. But for purposes of our question, in our question, we have already been told who are the members of the commission. We have been told the registrar. Remember, the question is stated, the registrar shall be deemed to be appointed as commission from the date that they are appointed. So purposes of this our question, you could have said your section 33B that the commission shall comprise of, maybe as the question told us, the registrar, and it is saying registrar shall be deputized by 3 assistant registrar and not more than 2 of whom shall be of the same gender. So in your question you say modify now that 3B, the commission shall comprise of 4 members nominated in accordance by the president and approval by the parliament. Then the members of commission shall be the registrar, to 3 assistant registrar according to the question. Then we shall not more than 2 who shall be not of the same gender. And it is done. You are finished establishing the commission. So you go next. You jump. Qualifications and appointments of members of the commission. Remember, after establishing, giving the faction members, you must establish the qualifications. In our questions, the question has not given us the qualifications. So here now you become what? You become creative. You become creatives. So you say what? You can adopt what has been said in the question. A person is qualified as appointment as you can differentiate between the qualification of a registrar and assistant registrar. So you can say a registrar is qualified to be appointed as a member of commission if that person holds a degree of university, maybe a degree in law, and 15 years experience. Then chapter 6. Then you say a person is qualified to be appointed as a member or assistant registrar. As assistant registrar is a person is then you say have a degree in law, 10 years. Then chapter 6. You have established the what? You have established you have given the qualification both of the registrar and the assistant registrar according to the question. Then you go to the tenor. Tenor, the members of the commission shall be appointed for a single. The question is very direct. It is stating a non-renewable term of 6 years and shall not be eligible for reappointment. Yeah. So that is what you adopt. You adopt that. You say that is a tenor. You can add vacancy. So you have established the commission. That is 1 point. Membership 1 point. Qualification 1 point. Those are 3 points. Tenor 1 point. Vacancy. Vacancy. How does that the vacancy becomes in the office? The office of the member of commission shall become vacant. Then you can say dies, resigned from office, is removed in office due to violation of chapter 6. That is enough. Remember that you don't have all the time. No, that is vacancy. You cannot say about removal on chapter 6. That is removal. So that is at 3E. That is enough. Then you come to removal from office. So is a registrar, a member of the commission may be removed from office on the grounds of serious violation of the law, violation of chapter 6, and the procedure maybe is in the schedule. You just say that, then you go. Yeah. So after that, you jump. So all those things are on the commission. So that is enough. That is enough for the commission. You jump. You don't talk about again about the commission. You go now to the staff. You go to the staff. You go to the staff. The commission shall have power to appoint such staff as be necessary to proper discharge of functions under this act, and such as the condition of the service of the commission shall determine in consultation with SRC. Yeah. Then you go to the transitional clause. Remember, the transitional clause is very, very, very important. What Nicole have put in this. He has put in establishment of the convention. So I'm projecting the saving and transitional clause. This one you must add also according to the question. So you say, on commencement of this act, all funds, asset, and other property movable and immovable is immediately before that day we are held in the name of office of register of political parties shall without further assurance vest in the commission All rights, powers, liability, duties, whether arising in any other written law, which immediately before that they were vested in and imposed on enforceable by against office of political party shall be transferred or vested in imposed and enforced by or against the commission. All suits, legal proceedings pending against the before the office of registrar, a political party shall be carried on or prosecuted by against before the commission. All records kept, certificate issued, action taken, and decision made by the office of registrar of political parties shall be deemed to have been kept, issued, or made by the commission. A person who immediately before the date was a member of staff of the office of the registrar of political party shall be deemed to be a member of the staff of the commission and shall continue to serve under the same terms and conditions. So that is savings and transition. You see it has five points. In an exams, even you can be told to draft a saving and provisional clauses only. So you need to practice how to do it. And it even can come as 5 marks because remember the question is telling you, further, the office has properties liabilities issued a certificate and party to numerous cases amongst other undertakings. So, yeah, the only thing you could have included maybe is the staff, including experts and consultants. So here you could have said where we have talked about the staffs, a person who immediately that was a member of the staff or a consultant of the office of registrar of political party shall be deemed to be member of the staff. Yeah, so that is the serving and transitional clause. Then you go to memorandum and object of reasons, which of course this did not, here they have not done. And we have looked at the memorandum and objects of reason. This did not have this political parties amendment did not have, but it must be there, and it will give you 1 mark. Yeah. So that is how you are supposed to do the drafting, and you earn yourself 10 marks. Yeah, are we together?
Yes, we are together.
Yes.
Yes, we are going to do more exercises on amendment. Amendment is a very technical area, which needs a lot of test, because this question will always come in this way, that way, this way, that way. Yeah. So we go to the next question. Question 3, which is projecting on the screen. I'm going to read it. Your client, Nuru Crypto Solutions, Crypto develops and support a crypto management software known as NV Vault. Hope you can see on your screen.
Yes, we can see it.
Yeah, Crypto delivers support under the terms of standard contract template. The company releases updated versions of the product approximately every 6 to 12 months. It now wishes to revise the language in the standard contract template to encourage customers to upgrade to newer versions of the product more frequently. So you underline that. It now wishes to revise language in the standard contract template to encourage customers to upgrade to newer versions of the product more frequently. So that is the standard contract template. Currently, the contract template contains the following provision. Product version supported. Crypto will provide support services for most current versions of the product and the 3 previous versions. Yeah, and Crypto has requested the following changes in section 18. Revise the provisions so that Crypto will provide support services for only most current versions. and 1 previous versions of the product other than the most current version and 3 previous. Include a clause that allows Crafter to terminate support services if using a version of product that is neither most current version nor the version immediately preceding it. 3. Add a provision to allow Crafter to agree to provide support for older versions of the product for 1 year upon the customer's request, with the customer paying a surcharge equal to 5% of the customer's current annual support service fee. The provision should make it clear that Capital is not obliged to provide support on the older versions. Draft a revised section 18 of the standard contract template reflecting the requested changes. So yeah, this is Rigo drafting. It's new. This question is testing you on how to draft this. They are calling it standard contract template. Yeah, the Rigo drafting. So 1, 2, and 3, you put it in Rigo drafting language. So each 1, 2, 3. So each will give you 2 marks. Yeah, to make it 6. So that is the interpretation. And I now want to see how you did it. Yeah. So Akiaga, question 2. Question 3. Yeah. So you have written, and Crafter will provide support services for the most current version and the version immediately preceding it. Helen? So Helen, you have said
Yes.
section 18 of the standard contract template is amended by inserting the word only immediately before the phrase without current version. Deleting the phrase. You see, the question is telling you, draft a revised section 18 of the standard contract template reflecting the requested changes. So you draft a revised section 18 of the standard template. So you draft a revised. You use a legal drafting question, legal drafting language. So you have done it is an amendment of a bill.
Yes.
So that was not the way you are doing it. You just draft. Sir, so you answer Nicole? Yeah. Product support 18.1 scope of support services. So Crypto will only provide support services for the most current version and 1 previous version. Support services shall not be provided for any version preceding the most current version. Yeah, I want to project your answer, Nicole, because I think this is the most. I think this is what was needed. for the others to see. So remember, every time you are drafting this question, it has given this. It's just requiring you to draft in the legal drafting. So you have given it 8.1, which is correct. It's supposed to be 18.1, 18.2, 18.3. Then you give it a heading according to the question. So what is the question is telling us? It is telling us provide support service for only the most current. So you must give it a heading. So provide for support services of most current version and previous one. So you have given it the word support service. Yeah, which is correct. Or scope of support service. That is what I had done. Scope of support service or support service. And then you draft now. You have said crypto and crypto will only provide support service from the most current version and one previous version. Support service shall not be provided for any version preceding the most current version. Yeah, so you have to try to draft. You can also say also, and crypto will provide support solely on A, the most current version of the product, and B, the version immediately preceding the most current version of the product. So that was the most correct drafting of this question. So in crypto, we only provide support for the most current version and one previous previous version. Support service shall not be provided for any version preceding for the most current version. Yeah, so Nicole, you could have gotten 2 marks, although your drafting is very verbose. And crypto will provide support service for most current version and the version immediately preceding it. Yeah. So Wakiaga, your drafting also is good. Only that you did not give it like legal drafting, the scope and numbering, eh?
Yes, I noticed that.
Yeah. We go to the next. Include accounts that arose and copied to terminate support services if the customer is using the version of the product that is neither the most current version nor the version immediately. So you number it 18.2. Termination of support service. That is the heading, Nicole. That is correct. So you have said, and Kyoto, we have the discretion. Is it a discretion? According to the question. It could occur that allows client to terminate the support services version other than the most current version. Yeah, it's a discretion. Yeah, it's a discretion. So, yeah. So, in the creator, we have discretion to terminate the support services for customer using product services at neither most current version nor the version immediately preceding it. Yeah. So you could have gotten that 2 marks. You have done well. Yakiaga, you answer in crypto may terminate the support service or any other version older than immediately preceding version. In the crypto, may terminate the services of any version older than the immediate preceding version. Yeah, yes, your language is You have tried to do, but the correct language is what Nicole has said. A crypto will have the discretion to terminate support services for customer using product version that are neither the most current version nor the version immediately preceding it. So I had said as my answer was 18.2 termination of support services. In a crypto reserves the right to terminate support services if the customer is using a version of a product other than A, the most current version, B, the version immediately preceding the most current version. So the language used by Nicole is more the legal drafting language. Are we together?
Question, Malim. We are told that where there is discretion to reduce on the number of words, we just use the word may. Because may actually is an expression of discretion.
I'm not. The last part of your sentence is what is difficult. Any version older than the immediately preceding version. Unaona?
Okay, I'm getting it. Yes.
Yeah, Necreator may terminate the support. That is okay. But for any version older than immediately preceding version, it is a very difficult language.
Okay.
Yeah, so you could have said terminate if the customer is using either the most current or the version immediately preceding it. That is the more easier language.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so yeah, because you scored, we go to the last, which is on add a provision to allow cooperator to agree to provide support for older versions of the product of 1 year upon customers request, with the customer paying a surcharge of equal to 5% of the customer's needs annual support service fee. The provision should make it clear that crypto is not obligated to provide support service for older version. So all these things must be there. So because you have said extension of support services for older version, that is your heading. Yeah, that is okay. Me, I have given it a heading of optional support for older versions. But extension, also your heading is okay. Extension of support for older versions. A computer shall provide support for older versions provided for 1 year upon customer request. Yeah. They will have the obligation. They will have. That is not correct. They will. Can you see? They will.
Yes.
Yeah, they will have the obligation. They will have an obligation of paying a surcharge equal to 5% of their current version on only support fee. A crypto is, however, not obligated to provide support service for older versions. So, yeah, Wakiaga, you answer. A crypto a crypto may, at its own discretion, for support services for versions older than immediately preceding version for up to 1 year if the customer requests and pays a surcharge equal to 5% of their current annual support fee. Yeah. So remember the question is saying, remember it is on upon the customer's request. Add a provision to allow crypto to agree to provide support for another version of product for 1 year upon the customer request. So it's upon customer request. That's how you should open your drafting. Upon the customer return request, crypto may agree to provide support service for older version of the product for a period not exceeding 1 year. That is A. Such support services shall be subject to a surcharge of 5% of customers' current annual support fee. C. And then C. ECTO is not obligated to provide support service for older version of product unless a separate written agreement is executed. Yeah, so that was the correct drafting. And you tried. Nicole, you tried. Remember, my purpose for this any drafting is for you to get at least half the marks. And according to my assessment, you could have got at least half the marks. 6 marks. Yes. Wakiaga, I cannot comment. I'm not very sure if you could have gotten the half the marks. That one I cannot be able to comment because even the heading of the you are drafting is nini. So you need to improve. Sawa.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah. So we go to the next part of question 3. So this remember, I have told you that CRE usually repeat questions. You have seen the question. There is repeating question immediately. Questions immediately. They see this is one of the questions I'm suspecting they might bring in your April. Those questions that are usually done badly by students, they usually repeat them. So I'm suspecting question 3A might come again. The first part, even the directly the way it is. Yeah, so some of these questions you are going to find them in April 20 in your exam that you are going to sit. Yeah, so it is very, very good to get these answers that we are doing. It will be a walkover for you.
Hello.
Yeah, so
Hello, Mulim.
yes.
I would request that you share with us your answers, the ones you've split. You've split them A, B, like so, so that I would want to relook at question 3 because the way you've split them looks very nice and precise and
Yeah, I'm going
straight to the point.
Yeah, I'm going to do that after the class.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and I'm also going to share the political parties amendment bill. Because that question 2 was picked
that's right.
directly from the NINI. So it is very, very important as you prepare for the exams, you look at the current affairs, especially on bills and amendment of the bills.
Okay.
Yeah, because they can just pick directly something that is that has been happening. Yeah, and you be on the safe side. So we go to the last part of the question. I'm projecting on your screen, which is B. Reward each of the foreign phrases using plain language. Remember, we have talked about this editing of sentences and rewriting them. This is a compulsory question in every exams, and it is somewhere you can pick free marks. So it's very good. The amendment of B's and what you have done in 3A, those are most likely difficult areas. So even if you did not do well in part A, you should get all the 4 marks in part B. So that means even if you get 1 or 2 marks in A, you still have the marks. So that is even how you choose your question. Question B was not very difficult. So this, if someone has practiced well in drafting plain language, he can get 4 marks. Then the question A, even if you get marks, even if you get 1 mark, still you have passed. Yeah, so that balancing is very, very important. Unlike question 2, which is an amendment, which is very technical, you may not get anything. You may not, because they usually mark the substantive parts. They don't mark the heading. They may not choose even not to mark the heading, the enacting formula, the short title, the interpretation. Yeah, they are adding marks on it on the substantive parts. All the 10 marks, including the memorandum and objects of reasons. By the way, according to how they are marking. So if you don't know how to do the technical part of the amendment, the substantive part of the amendment, without the heading, without the enacting formula, the long title, the short title, the interpretation, those are the kawaida things. If you don't know how to do the substantive, like now the establishing commission, I'll tell you in an exam scenario, avoid doing that question. Yeah. So we are at 3B. Reward each of the following phrases using plain language. In witness, remember we have said that plain language is just you remove the legalese and you do the language that is that each and every person understands on a daily basis, the common mwananchi. In witness whereof the parties here to intend to be legally bound and have their proper and duly authorized officer duly executed and delivered this present of day on the year first written above. So you are therein in witness whereof here too, those are legalese, have their duly executed, duly authorized, that is legalese, duly executed and deliver this present as the day, year, fiesta. So you are therein in exam scenarios. So how can you write this sentence? You have the same meaning, but you have moved legalese. So yeah, we look at your answer, Wakiaga. The parties have signed and delivered this agreement through their authorized representative on the date written above. That is your answer. I think you are not very far off. Let me read Helen's answer. Did you do the question, Helen? So the parties in presence of their witness have through this agent signed and delivered this present on this day. The parties in presence of the witness have through the agent signed and delivered this present on this day. Nicole, you answer. For legality purpose, the parties have through their authorized represent signed as per the date and the year written. The words in witness is legalese, have their proper is also legal jargon. You have also explained. So, yeah. By signing below, the parties confirm they agree to the terms of the document and that the authorized representative have properly signed it on the date written above. So that was the correct answer. By signing below, the parties confirm that they agree to the terms of this document and their authorized representative have properly signed to it on the date written above. So, yeah. So if I look at your Kiaga, your answer, I think it's the parties have signed and delivered this agreement to the authorized representative of the date written above. So yours is very, very near. You don't need to put the word delivered. Yeah, you need to have just said that the parties have signed this agreement through their authorized representative on the date written above. By signing below, the parties confirm they agree to the terms of the document and their authorized representative have properly signed it on the date above. Yeah, so marking I could have awarded you. I think it's almost the same as my answer. Nicole, your answer. For legality purposes, the parties through their authorized sign as per date and the year written. For legality purposes, the parties have through their authorized representative signed as per date and the year written. By signing below, the parties confirm they agree in terms of this document and their authorized representatives have properly signed it to the date above. For legality purposes, the parties have through their authorized representative signed as per the date and the year written. The parties in the presence of the have through their agents signed and delivered this present on the said date. Your Helen, your answer is completely off. But Nicole, for legality purposes, the parties have through their authorized representatives signed as per the date and year written. By signing below, the parties confirm that agree to the terms of this document and that the authorized representatives have properly signed it on the date written above. I think they are communicating the same thing. Yeah, and you have also explained. I think I could have given you the 1 mark. I don't see anything so off. But your answer, Helen, is off kabisa. The parties in presence of their witness have through their agents signed and delivered this present on the said date. On this present on this said date. Yeah. It is not making coherence. So the next one, for good and valuable consideration received, the parties hereto mutually agree as provided by the terms, conditions, promises, and covenants contained herein, set forth below. So parties hereto is legalese. Terms, conditions, promises, covenants. Some of these things are legalese there. Then there is contained herein. Herein is legalese. Set forth below is legalese. So you underline that. So your answer, Wakiaga? In exchange of variable considered, the parties agrees to the terms below. In exchange of variable consideration, the parties agree to the terms below. That is, I tend to agree with your answer. Helen, your answer, the parties have agreed to the sale of goods. That is incorrect. It changes the meaning completely. Nicole, for goods and variable payment, the parties agree to the terms. For good and variable payments, the parties agree to the terms. So one of the answers I had is in exchange of fair and variable consideration, both parties agree to the terms and agreement listed below. So you must end by listed below. Yeah, so Wakiaga, I think you have the most correct answer. In exchange of variable consideration, the parties agree to the terms below. He has removed the word, so it must be variable consideration. The parties agree to the terms below. Yeah. In exchange of fair variable consideration, both parties agree to the terms and agreement listed below. In exchange of value received, the parties agree to the terms described in the Wakiaga, your answer is correct. In exchange of the variable consideration, the parties agree to the terms below. Yeah, that is very plain language, direct to the point. Helen, your answer changes everything. The parties have agreed to the sale of goods. This is completely off. Nicole, for variable good and variable payment, the parties agreed to the terms. Yeah. So you say consideration is a legal judgment that implies payment. The words condition, promises, and covenants are repetitive and mean terms. Hearing and first set is legalese. Yeah, your answer is correct. You are in exchange of variable consideration. For good and variable payment, the parties agree to the terms. So your answer, Nicole, is correct. Yeah. So next. Next is I read. This agreement shall be all respect be governed and construed. So respect by governed is governed by, construed, and enforced in accordance. Those are legalese in accordance with rules of Kenya, include matters of constructions, that is legalese, variability, and performance. So you put in simple language. So what is the correct answer? I read your answer, Wakiaga. This agreement shall be governed by the or interpreted in accordance with the law of Kenya. Or the laws of Kenya shall govern interpretation of this agreement. That is correct. Helen, your answer. The laws of Kenya are applicable to this agreement, correct? Nicole, the agreement shall be governed by the laws of Kenya, correct? Including all matters, construction, validity, and performance is verbose and repetitive, construed is legalese. Yeah. So you have gotten the answer. This agreement is all of you have gotten the answer. Hey, you have put it. And the last question, the terms not defined here herein. Herein is legalese. Or used herein is also legalese, shall have the meaning given to them in exhibit A attached here to is legalese. You underline that. So what I look at your answer, Mr. Wakiaga. The terms not defined or used here shall be in the meaning given in exhibit A attached. So remember, you have used the word attached, which is legalese. You are not supposed to use the word attached because it's legalese. Are we together?
Yes, we are together.
Yeah, so you could have gotten 3 marks out of 4. Helen, exhibit A contains the meaning of the words not defined or used. Does it communicate everything? Exhibit A contains the meaning of the words not defined or used. Nicole, terms not defined shall have the meaning in the attached exhibit A. So also, Nicole, you have used the word attached, which is also legalese. Is attached Latin or is that a Latin or English word? No, attached is not legalese, sorry. Attached is not a legalese, not Latin. So Wakiaga, let me look at your answer. Terms not defined or used here shall be the meaning given to exhibit A attached. Terms not defined or used here shall not be the meaning given in exhibit A attached. That is correct. Terms not defined or used here shall have the meaning given in exhibit A attached. Exhibit A contains the meaning of the words not defined or used. Exhibit A contains the meaning of the words not defined or used. Because your answer, term not defined shall have the meaning in attached Exhibit A. Yeah. So my answer was any terms not defined or used in this document, you have the meaning assigned to them in Exhibit A attached to it. Terms not defined herein or used herein shall have the meaning given to Exhibit A. So any terms not defined or used in this document will have the meaning assigned to them in Exhibit A attached to it. So yeah, I want to see the term not defined or used here shall have the meaning given in Exhibit A attached. I think I could have avoided you, Wakiaga. Exhibit A contains the meaning of the words not defined or used. Where terms not defined or used here or in this document. Here, you must use the word here. So Helen, your answer, Exhibit A contains the meaning of the words not defined or used. Used where? So that was a missing thing. Nicole, terms not defined shall have the meaning in the terms not defined shall have the meaning in attached Exhibit A. So Wakiaga is the most correct answer. Terms not defined or used here shall have the meaning given in Exhibit A attached. Remember, the question is telling you terms not defined herein or used herein shall have the meaning given them Exhibit A. So Exhibit A contains those things, those words that are not in Exhibit A. So you must say terms not defined or used here shall have the meaning given in Exhibit A attached. That is the correct way of saying it. Or what I have said. Any terms not defined or used in this document, we have the meaning assigned to them in Exhibit A. So Wakiaga, your answer was correct. Helen, the missing link, Exhibit A contains the meaning of the words not defined or used where? That is the part you did not talk about. Terms not defined shall have the meaning in terms not defined where? So you have to have said Nicole, terms not defined here shall have the meaning in attached Exhibit A. So you miss the word here. Terms not defined here. Are we together?
Yes, we
Yes, we are
are.
together.
Sawa, so you need to perfect on this. So Nicole, you could have gotten of course you could have gotten at least 5 marks in question 3. And you could have passed if that is the question you are choosing for the exams. Yeah. Even Wakiaga, I think you could have passed. Looking at part 2. Yeah. Ellen, because part 2A you did not do well. Part 2, yeah, part 2 you could have gotten maybe. Yeah, this question you could not have passed because also part B, you could have gotten maybe 1. Yeah, so those are your weak areas. And it's good to continue practicing. Yes. And we have come to the end of question 2 and 3. So next video is question 4, 5, and 6 of November 2025. Subscribe and watch, and God will bless you. And practice drafting.